This is a topic that historically has been hush-hush. It is a topic that tends to be taboo, or one in which people end up being quite performative. Some of the myths that are very common around sex and sexuality is that sex is what happens to us, particularly as women. That women do not initiate, enjoy, or find pleasure in sex and sexuality, but rather sex is what is done to them. So it is a subcontracting of sorts of sex and our sexual experiences to men. As we grow older, we are less interested and less capable of actually having pleasurable sexual experiences, which is far from the truth. For those that are male partnered, the myth historically has been that all men want is sex, penetrative sex, that they have no desire at all to actually have a sensual experience, and also that they are informed and know how to have sex inherently. The reason I created the Sage Sensuality platform is understanding that we as African women and women of African descent really need a central place where we can come together and have these conversations that we are having about sex and sexuality and our intimate partners, especially as we transition from our 40s, 50s into our 60s and 70s. There's shared wisdom in the collective. In my conversations with friends, both male and female, I know that, like me, people have very significant misinformation or disinformation on what is going on, not just in their bodies, but historically, what has influenced how they perceive their bodies and in relation to intimate relationships. The reason why I have chosen to work predominantly with women of African descent living in the diaspora, African American siblings, is specifically because we have histories that have really influenced our socialization today. Perspectives that we did not necessarily generate, but perspectives that were put upon us directly or indirectly, and that continue to influence the ways in which we interact with the bodies that we live in day to day. Perspectives that influence how we relate with our partners, how we relate with our families, and ways in which we in general perceive sex and sensuality. We will have the opportunity for guided conversations, expressions of our experiences. We will be able to share resources that we have experienced amongst ourselves, and we will seek opportunities where we can collectively grow as African women towards a future that is way different from the one that we have lived in the past, which for the most part has not been effectively informed for us to fully live in our bodies and to fully enjoy intimate relationships and to express sex and sexuality. What's next for Sage Sensuality is for you to plug in, for you to get engaged, for you to get involved and to come and sit with me individually on a one-on-one Sage Sensuality Somo, or collectively with your group of friends or your daughters or cousins at a Sage Sensuality Duara session, or for us to have single topic, niche topic conversations in Sage Sensuality Baraza sessions where we can actually spend time talking about the various components of sex and sexuality. Welcome to Sage Sensuality, where we will have expanded opportunities to grow, expanded opportunities to unlearn that which we have done by default, and to step into a space, a place where we actually live and interact differently with our own bodies, enjoy our own pleasure, and also experience expansive relationships.